And welcome into the latest edition of the Rob and Kale Show. My name is Rob Sanders. I have a special co-host as always. He's a busy man, a very important man. He is, of course, the number one Gamecock YouTuber on the planet, Mr. Kale Hall. Kale, what's going on, brother?
How's it going, everybody? Wednesday evening. We're about 24, 25 days away from football, and a little bit of smoke, not fire yet, confirmed in Columbia tonight. But we'll see. It is what it is, ain't it? These kids these kids just gonna be fucking kids.
They're just kids. By the way, Jackpot, I have a new soundbite for our wonderful library here. You want to? I'll play it for you. You tell me if you recognize this voice. Did you catch that?
I didn't hear anything.
One more time. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Tell me if you guys can actually hear that. You can't hear that, Jackpot? Damn it, that's bugging me. All right, hold on. That's Kirby Smart's an idiot, said by our good friend Beggin' Megan today on the don't say things. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear that coming down the pipe or not. I think you can, but just to be sure. Code SEC says you can't hear it anyway.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat. And when Beggin' Megan says something, there you go. Yeah, there we go. I don't you can't hear that, Jack?
No.
Can't hear that. Ah, shit. All right, well.
Everybody, real quick, I want to talk about the contest. Folks who have jumped into the contest so far. As you know, I am this year taking on the role of not only one who decides on what the games will be, one who picks the games, the lines on the show here itself. I'm also serving as treasurer and head fundraiser assistant head fundraiser to get the pot started up. And so far we have these particular individuals who have joined just now. Michael Henderson, saw that come across, $20 on Venmo. We also have Rob Sanders, Carolina Jackpot, SEC Dog, South Carolina, Nick the Goat Saban, Bama number 18, Bulldogs _31501, Clemson Dillon, Chris Rich, James Matthews, Ted McNair, Driller Deep, Ken Bellinger, Ben Simmons, and Thomas Cummings. That's what we got so far.
Put our number at. What's that put our number at? How many we got?
That's 15 people so far.
Well, there you go. That's right at $300, give or take. I did speak with the comrade this week. He says he's going to get into the contest, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have some folks. Have some folks actually in the contest. It's going to be great. So looking forward to it. Yeah, it's of course the Callaway sponsors the contest. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Go by and check them out. Retro video games, all of that for you at Callaway's. Of course, you can.
He said, no, the name is Driller, DRILLER space Deep. Driller Deep. Don't know who that is.
Drill her deep. What a very good name to have in the mix there. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, but thanks to Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. You can go by there, get you some good stuff for as far as food. They have retro video games, all kinds of stuff at Callaway's. Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. They sponsor the Pick'em contest. If you want to get involved in the Pick'em contest, you have time. I mean, I'd go ahead and get involved now. That way, you can say you were up there from the beginning. You can go to the website, robandkaleshow.com. The link is also in the bio. And the easy way to do that is to just click the link and then you send Kale $20. 10 games the first week, 5 games every week after that, 10 games the final week of the season. When we have the championship games, etc. Yeah, so it's a fun contest, Jackpot, that kind of works with the show every week. So
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite time of year. No
yeah.
trolling. GMD Madness got him some picks on there for the week 0. Nebraska, he picks Nebraska, Fresno State, UCLA, UTEP, and San Jose State. Boy, you really went on a limb there.
Well, there you go.
Those games are always dog shit. I mean, they really are. Even the one with 2 Power 5 teams in it, Nebraska and Illinois. Ugh.
Yeah. Kind of whacked out, right?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
But Illinois got Bert Bielema taking over as head coach over there, so you never know. They might surprise some people. I wouldn't be shocked. It wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me to see him pull the
he's won. He's won in the Big Ten before.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, wouldn't shock me either. I mean, but we'll see how that works out.
Big Ten before, and he's had like 4 chances to do it. So
fair enough with all that. Anyway, we also have from DNC Trucking and Transport Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away, sir.
Okay. T sucks to be a Gamecock. Some of our fans think we should leave the SEC and join the ACC. We should probably just join the SoCon. We're a shithole. Please join our pick'em. My picks are shit, and you can mock me. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message is courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis sponsoring the show and doing his thing. It's Dennis takes care of the show, and appreciate Dennis.
Roll Tide.
All right, Jackpot.
Says Brett Bielema is the epitome of money can buy hot wives.
Yeah, everybody talked about that. Yeah, his wife was a pretty lady, and like the two of them standing together, you'd think like, how did he manage to get her attention? There's that too.
What did Muschamp's wife look like? I don't even remember. I don't know.
Muschamp's wife wasn't. She wasn't like. He talked about how beautiful she was and all that. She was a pretty lady.
I don't think she was really in the public spotlight.
No, she just wanted to collect those checks. She's still getting those $17 million. She's got coach bags for life.
So she wasn't sticking her tongue down J.C. Horn's throat or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, hold on a second. Let's go to the people calling. Let's go to the phones, Jackpot, and welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Good. Folks, I hope you can hear the actual call there. Everything should be good over there. Jackpot, can you hear the call, sir?
I can.
All right. Caller, what do you got for the show?
Yeah, just got a quick question for both of you guys. I'm a huge Gamecock fan, and just was really kind of wanting to know your two guys' perspective and opinion on how good do you think Luke Doty will possibly be this year. Do you think if he struggles to throw the ball, will kind of be a more one-dimensional offense, which we know we're going to rely heavy on the run, but do you think we'll have a opportunity really to see a really good spread offense this year?
Jackpot, you go first.
Well, I'll tell you this. There was a picture gallery from practice yesterday there, and I looked at it, and it's 70-something pictures. And I saw about 24 pictures on there, 25, of Jason Brown in action.
Oh.
I I don't know in a green jersey. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know, but Doty, they said Satterfield said he needs to work on his lower body throwing motion. I definitely think this is going to be a run first team. I think they're going to be run heavy. I think he'll be good enough throwing the ball to keep other teams honest, but I don't think he's going to be good enough throwing the ball that we can win games that way. And the wide receiver thing, I already said it in my video. Yes, I understand they're inexperienced at wide receiver. I know all this, but I really think that that's overrated as far as, they have a ton of kids on there with talent. None of them have had a chance to really do anything, but because South Carolina likes to key in on one wide receiver, they do it. They've been historically bad for doing it every year. Debo Samuel was the guy this one year. Then Brian Edwards was the guy. Then Shi Smith was the guy. It's like nobody else ever got any touches. It like they never really checked down to those other guys. So he's got to be better than what he was last year. Do I think he's going to be significantly improved? Yeah. Do I think he's going to be like all SEC caliber? No. I still think he's going to run around a little bit, and I think that we will see the other kid play a significant amount. I just do. I think his arm is too good. I don't care that he came from a lower classification school. If he can avoid those SEC pass rushes, if he can get that ball out of there quick enough, if he can fit it into those, into tight windows, I mean, he may be really good. I don't know. But I think Luke Doty's going to be improved. Just how much, I don't know. I honestly think that the lines of scrimmage for this team and the ability to stop the run is going to be a bigger factor as far as winning games than what Luke Doty does. What do you think about that, Rob?
Yeah, I can buy that. My thing with Doty is that there's a set of people there's a set of people that are just, I think they're giving Doty a lot of crap. And yeah, I mean, when you look at the tape from last year, he didn't really have an opportunity to throw the ball down the field much when he did play. But I put a lot of that on Mike Bobo, and I think Mike Bobo is incompetent. So with that, I think if you put him in situations where he can throw the ball, I think he can be okay. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-world quarterback, but I think he's going to be. I think he could be an average SEC quarterback. And you talked about the receivers and stuff. He's got what is a quarterback's best friend, and that is a good running game. He's got two running backs that are really solid. One of them is outstanding, and when you have that, you can do a lot of things. So I wonder how he's going to do with some play action passing stuff. We know that he's fast as hell as far as with his feet. I worry about him doing things like taking hits that he shouldn't be taking. If you watch his high school tapes, he was the best athlete on the field. So, he can go and run people over and it didn't matter. So, but now that's not going to happen. You mean when you're in high school, you run over 160-pound linebackers, the SEC there at like 215. That's just not going to work. The math's not there. So I think Doty's going to be fine, but I wonder how the offensive line is going to protect him, and if they keep stacking the box and daring him to throw. Because I tell you what, the first time he burns somebody, okay. Once he burns somebody 2 or 3 times, then it's going to be all right. We've got to play more of a base set, and then Kevin Harris can eat. And if Kevin Harris is eating, that's good news for the Gamecocks. There you go. I think that's fair.
Blake Robinson says stop. Blake Robinson says stop the run. Don't you remember Kiffin throwing his clipboard 50 yards up in the air and putting up 59 points on South Carolina? Yeah, I do. I also remember South Carolina putting 42 points up on him. That was a one-off. South Carolina gave up 500 yards passing against them to the beach bum. I understand that, and I'm not going to deny that. But if you look at all of the other games,
Caller, thank you.
we're around the 250-yard average. South Carolina was they were in the top half of pass defenses last year in the SEC. I mean, they didn't have 2 first-round draft picks the overall number 1 defensive player taken on that draft, and then another draft pick or 2 on there as well on that back 7 for nothing. I mean, they were one of the worst teams against the run last year. It's statistically
Wait,
true.
did you hear that soundbite? Oh my goodness, I think I fixed the soundbite. Exactly. I don't know if people can hear my sound bites or not, but I don't know. I got a new computer and I'm still working out the issues with it. Because once you get it right.
Rebel receivers were running wide ass open. Okay,
You really do that against everybody?
They ran wide ass open against a lot of teams. What was your team score against them? I'd like to know.
Yeah. They lit up everyone. I mean, that's just the way that it was.
Alabama last year. God damn.
Yeah. You want to answer the question here from the Colonel Wooderson? That's a good question.
No, that's just got me hot right there. What did your Colonel say? I'm sorry.
Well, the Colonel says he asked if you're concerned about Harris getting too many touches. The game has changed, and it's better to have a stable of backs. That's a valid question. I don't think he's trying to piss you off. I think it's just a fair question.
No, I'm not talking to him. No, not with Marshawn Lloyd being there now. I don't. Did you see that Kevin Harris had a back procedure done?
Well, that's because he was carrying the fucking team last year.
That's funny as fuck.
It's true though. He was the only player on that team that was worth a shit last year. You know that as well as I do.
He may miss the first game and may miss the second game also as well. So,
well, that's sad. You don't really need him for Eastern Illinois.
Miss, 31-24 over Mississippi State last year. So there's that.
The Beach Bum did all kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
Field day against both teams.
That's the truth. Anyway, yeah. So we were actually going to talk about the lack of respect for Kevin Harris that's out there. I sent you something from a couple of different rankings, and the one thing that pissed you off was everybody and their brother is in love with Tank Bigsby. Tank Bigsby squared off with South Carolina last year with Kevin Harris, and Tank Bigsby took his ass home with an L. And I think that, I know the head-to-head doesn't mean as much, but man, these people are cutting backflips to massage the shoulders of Tank Bigsby with Auburn.
Who did nothing. I mean, he didn't do shit. I mean, really. Yeah. I mean, he didn't have 1,000 yards. They lost to teams they shouldn't have lost to. People want to talk about Kevin Harris's stats and what he put up against. Well, he did everything against Vanderbilt and Tennessee and Ole Miss and blah blah and this and that. But like Tank Bigsby, Auburn. I mean, against Georgia, had like 13 rushing yards.
Right.
It's just absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
Blake says 31 is almost half of 59. Yeah, true. And 42 is also a lot more than 24. Your offense is horrible. And you have an offensive-minded head coach. I mean, that's just sad. And you don't have any there.
All right, let's go to the phones. And good evening. Welcome to the Rob and Kale Show. What's up?
Hey guys, I think Kevin Harris he's nowhere near great.
Okay. Well, tell us why. Define great.
Define great.
Yes.
Travis Etienne was great.
Okay. That's fair,
Kevin
but
Harris,
so So Kevin Harris leads the SEC in rushing, and that's not great.
He put 1,000 yards on the board. Y'all act like nobody's ever done that before.
No, sir. It
Lots
wasn't
of guys
1,000
have
yards.
done
It was
that.
1,138 yards.
It was
But
1,138 yards in 10 games.
in 10
A
games,
lot of guys have done that. Been done.
and I get that,
it's
but
not like he's not even a Heisman contender. He's not the best running back in the state of South Carolina.
who's the better running back in the state of South Carolina?
Who's better?
Kobe Pace.
Who?
Holy crap!
Who's that?
Holy
Sir,
crap! Hey,
Is he in high school?
sir. Oh
Does he play
God,
for Coastal
Kobe Pace
Carolina?
is a no. Kobe Pace is
Kobe
going to be
Pace
probably
will
the
start
third
for
string.
Clemson this year. No, he will
No.
start over Lynn J. Dixon.
Who?
Look, if you were gonna call and tell me Will Shipley would start over Lynn J. Dixon, I might buy that.
Yeah, I
But
heard Will
Kobe
Shipley
Pace
was
is
the next
probably
guy.
going to transfer.
No, Kobe
Wow.
Pace is not going to transfer. No way.
I don't even jackpot. I don't even know where to go with this, man. I mean, holy crap!
I mean, Kobe Pace is what, 6'1", 220 pounds.
Right.
He's going to play over Lynn J. Dixon. Lynn J. Dixon can't stay healthy. He's going to start.
Travis Etienne also never played against a decent defense either, but you didn't hear that from me.
I mean, who's going to start? Who's going to start at Clemson if it's not Kobe Pace? Who is it? It's not Lynn J. Dixon.
Will Shipley.
No, he's not going to start.
Why won't Will Shipley start? You've got your offensive coordinator saying, Tony Elliott said yesterday, quote, Tony Elliott said the quote was, yeah, he's going to be on the field even if he doesn't know what he's doing. He still moves to the front of the line. That's what the offensive coordinator said.
But who's going to get the most carries? It's going to be Kobe Pace.
I don't think Kobe. I think Kobe Pace is going to be the third string running back.
He's going to get more touches. He's a better running back than Lynn J. Dixon.
If he was a better running back than Lynn J. Dixon, then why didn't he move up the depth chart last year? Why did they give Lynn J. Dixon more carries than Kobe Pace last year?
I will say this about Dabo, and this is about Dabo when he had ETN. He didn't really use ETN all that much his freshman year.
That's sir. ETN picked up big yards in the Louisville game and got his clock cleaned in the Alabama game in the CFP final.
Here and there, if it was here and there for ETN,
Brother,
he didn't
no, sir.
Day one.
I'm not trying to be combative with you, sir, but the reality is that if Kobe Pace were the kind of running back that you say that he is, he would have gotten more carries than Lynn J. Dixon did last year. Lynn J. Dixon is the running back.
Chaz Muselli too. That was ahead of him. He was a true freshman. He's learning.
Okay,
I mean, what did Kevin Harris do his freshman year? Nothing.
No,
I think Harris was injured. We can look up the stats, but to say that, look, I'm not a South Carolina guy. I don't want South Carolina winning all this stuff, but to say that Kevin Harris is not a good running back is
no. I'm not saying he's
far-fetched.
not good. He's not great.
He is. He led the conference in rushing, sir. He was the best in the entire conference. He got more yards than guys that got drafted. He got more yards than Najee Harris.
We use the word
Najee Harris played more games.
There are a lot of players that are really good, but they're not great. And there's players that are great.
Okay.
Travis Etienne was great. Okay.
This guy he's talking about,
Wayne Gallman was good. Would you agree with that?
Gallman was a good running back.
Gallman was good. He was good. He was not great, but he was good.
Okay.
Phil Steele's
There's nothing wrong with being good.
Yeah,
he's just not great.
Well, thank you for calling, sir. We appreciate it, man. All right. I don't know. I have no clue what that guy's issue is. So
he's gonna keep talking, even though it's hung up.
Yeah.
Okay. Phil Steele's magazine projects their depth chart here. This is just a projection. The starter, actually, he has starting Will Shiflett. The backup, the second string, he has listed Phil. Who's Phil Maffa?
Hold on, I gotta look that up. Hold on, back to the phones, Jackpot. Let's see who this is. Good evening, welcome to the show.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. So I would like to talk a little bit about South Carolina football. I think that early in the season they got some easy games, but it gets tough at the end. So I can see them actually going 7-5 or 8-4.
Okay.
They have talent. They have a good offensive and defensive line.
I think 6-6 is probably the ceiling, but I appreciate your optimism.
Yeah. But thanks for calling the program, man. What else you got?
Well, the thing is, there's no reason for South Carolina missing a bowl. I mean, I think Tennessee is right at 6-6, but I see South Carolina beating Tennessee. Actually,
I don't understand everybody's got them at Tennessee at like 6-6, projecting them to go to a bowl, projecting South Carolina to win 4 games. I mean, they're dog shit. These fuckers lost 25 players to the transfer portal off a team that wasn't even that good. Wasn't even any good. They weren't any good. They won 3 games.
Here's the thing. I mean, Tennessee's losing even more than that, but a lot of it is being overblown, the talent. But, I mean, they still have a fair enough talent. But, I mean, I think they'll score a lot of points. But it's going to be a tough year for Tennessee, I think.
They're going to give up a lot, too.
Yeah.
Well, we shall see how that works. Hey, caller, appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome.
All right. I did a little look in here, Jack. Yeah, I did a little look in here, Jackpot. The caller was talking about Dabo Swinney didn't give Travis Etienne carries his freshman year. He had 107 carries, 766 yards. So there's that. I mean, what if you average that out over 12 games? That's about 9 carries a game, something like that. Yeah, I mean I don't know where that caller was going with all of that, and and then the stuff with Kevin Harris. He averaged 6 yards a carry. I don't know. I mean, it's not like he was he was getting 4 and 5 yards a carry here and then that, just all over the place. He averaged 6 yards a carry. I mean, I don't understand why people don't have a little bit more respect for who he is, because I mean, he is a really good player. I don't know if he's going to play on Sundays, but he's a heck of an SEC running back. I think he's one of the top 10 running backs probably in the country. I really, really do. I mean, he has the potential to do that. And a lot of it comes down to what South Carolina can do too. And the plays that they'll have in there for him and, the blocking and all of that. But as far as he has the potential to be that great, and people just saying things like caller was talking about Kobe Pace is better. I mean, Kobe Pace may not see the field. I mean, you can't have a 3 running back rotation and Lynn J. Dixon is going to get carries. It's just the way that it is. Wouldn't surprise me if Kobe Pace transfer.
Wesley Abrams says we beat the complete dog shit out of USC Junior this year. Sir, I'll tell you, you might win. You might win. You may. But you will not beat the complete dog shit out of anybody. If you win, it's going to be close and it'll be an ugly game. But I don't see it happening. I'm still standing behind my prediction of Tennessee winning 1 SEC game this year, and that being an upset win at home, be on the road, I think, against Kentucky. I think they upset Kentucky. I also think they lose, besides to the Gamecocks, I think they lose to Vanderbilt in the season finale. Wes says we're going to put up points this year. Okay. I mean, you tell us that, but, like I said, your coach has never took on a rebuilding project before. He was handed the keys to a Lamborghini down at Central Florida, and he downgraded it to a Lexus, meaning he didn't turn it into something. He didn't turn it into something bad. It is headed that way. Central Florida was on the downturn under him. Now Gus Malzahn's going to have to try to elevate it back up to the level that Scott Frost had it at. He's got to get it humming.
Yeah. I just don't understand
Fireball
the
says,
disrespect
"No, I'm
there for
smoking
Kevin
crack."
Harris.
What? I'm smoking crack. I'm nuts enough to say that you could lose to Vanderbilt. Don't you have a losing record to Vanderbilt over the past 5 years? I mean, I don't know.
I don't. If I were Tennessee, I'd have my hat in my hand because, and I talked about this on my show today. T. Martin's not there anymore. Peyton Manning's not teabagging people in the locker room anymore. I don't understand how Tennessee folks can say, we're going to be great. I mean, in January, we were talking, and it's still Phil Fulmer left in disgrace. There's, people with McDonald's bags giving money to recruits. It's not like you threw bleach on that and washed it away. Just stop. And, the guys you had last year, 29 of them left, 25 of them left, and you weren't really that good last year.
Wesley,
you think a coach is going to come in and fix all that? Come on,
Wesley
man.
says you just ignore the fact that all those starters sat out due to COVID. I can tell you who didn't sit out. Henry Toto, he left. Eric Gray, he left. Wanye Morris left.
All right, caller, what do you have for the show? Good evening.
Hey, this is Huffer Billy Paul.
Huffer Billy Paul, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, I'm hearing this Tennessee. I like you said, I think it's Kool-Aid drinking maybe, but I think part of it is that it's a change from what they were doing, and everybody's just trying to be upbeat and positive. That's really what I think is going on, and God bless them because they haven't had much to be positive about. So I kind of want to point that out that these guys are playing a hard game here, with losing all their players to the transfer portal. And so at this point, I don't want to beat up on them too much. I think they know they're not going to be great, but they're going to be better than they were under the other jobs.
Look, if you're 5'8" and you go out and you play basketball in a church league and you're a good shooter and you can go out there and play and do things, that's great. But if you go to an NBA game and they put you on the floor, you're still 5'8". You can tell yourself you're great, but you just don't have it. It's just the way that it is, man. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Yeah, unless you're Muggsy Bogues, then maybe. But
yeah.
But no, I'm just saying. I think what's happening for a lot of these guys, it's kind of actually Carolina Jackpot. I think you could relate a little bit on this too. When you've been in the darkness and you get a change and you see a glimpse of positive change, you want to believe it's better than it is. You really do. You kind of feel that urge to go there. And so these guys are going to be a little more enthusiastic than they should be. And that's okay. That's a fan for you. And let them do their thing. But they are going to have a hard time. And I think that's to be expected. But I just hearing all this thinking, let them be a little delusional before the season starts, because it's going to suck after it starts.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate you calling the show there, Huffer Billy Paul.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm not buying the whole Tennessee thing either, but we shall see. That's the best part. So we'll find out.
Fireball says, he says Pruitt had Garantano starting. Do you really think he had the best players playing? Well, maybe no, but you had another couple of quarterbacks besides him, and they were all none of them were any good. It was like the lesser of three evils. So, no, he probably wasn't the best. But if he had decided to insert Brian Maurer in there, it's not like he's gonna, throw 30 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions and turn into the next Kyle Trask, big story out of nowhere. Come on. Exactly. What were they talking about earlier? Fireball said that the Maurer kid didn't show up for practice today.
I don't know. I've got to check my. I got a friend that works for Rocky Top Insider. I'll text him and ask him what he
He
knows.
just did a no-show on practice. Oh.
I guess so. We'll find out. There did you? Oh, Wesley says he quit. Well, that's great. Way to go up there, buddy. You got guys quitting. You know what? 3
What the
weeks before the
fuck?
season starts. That's insane. Fireball says he quit too. Wow.
Oh my
What the hell y'all got in the water up there where people want to leave? What the hell's going on? I mean, we laugh about that, but in general, sometimes kids get up there and they don't like the new coaching staff. Maybe they
Yeah,
were told
that's what
something
happened.
different by the old coaching staff.
Just like this damn defensive back deal we got going on. I mean, nobody really knows what's going on there. So
Yeah. The defensive back thing? What was the thing you messaged me earlier about the young man transferring from Kansas?
Karen Prunty,
Apparently, he's having issues, right?
Karen Prunty. So I got that from my son. I didn't even know anything was going on. Then I start reading it on Twitter, and then the Spurs Up show guy. I don't know where he gets this inside information from. He's just in the know on everything. And he said something about don't read everything or reading too much into what you read on the message board. So we're like, what the fuck? Sometimes I hate even being in the damn social media age. So apparently nothing is going on. Then I got another text that said he is having personal issues and Beamer and Torian Gray are trying to get him fixed, but it's not looking good. So he's probably gone. Where there's smoke, there's usually a fire. So
well, we'll see how that works out.
It's going to be a home hire in time, or it's going to be a disaster.
He
did
did
you hear that?
Yes. He did.
Thank God, I figured it out. Go ahead.
He did come from Kansas, so they didn't exactly have the best culture. So,
well, he has a better chance of winning more games at South Carolina this year than he would have if he'd stayed at Kansas for his entire career.
This is true.
That's a good bet. Holly, we have women that listen to this show. Holy shit. Holly says Tennessee got along pretty good for having a handicap at QB. Maurer posted to Twitter yesterday that after 4 days, his dreams were yanked, but he's a soldier and the coaches made him leave practice today. Brian Maurer has depression. We're not mocking the kid. I just, it's just crazy. You hear guys leaving like that, and there could be him. And then the young man at South Carolina who, from what we were told, I mean, he was a freshman All-American at Kansas.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a piece that South Carolina could build around. Yeah, not so much. We'll see, man.
Barr had some concussion issues a couple of seasons ago, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that too. Holly says he didn't just quit. The coaches sent him home from practice, but he's been strange-minded with mental issues over his career. Oh, wow. Ball Steak says we're going to be watchable compared to last year. Okay. 803-470-2905. If you want to join us on the program this evening, 803-470-2905. Sea-Dog says he saw a South Carolina hype video the other day with Demo. Still kicking myself that Georgia Tech let him go. He makes me want to run through 10 brick walls. Okay. There's that too.
I don't know. It's all about money.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, DJ Uwe Ungalele, he signed another NIL deal. He's already hawking Bojangles chicken. Now he's hawking Dr. Pepper.
Well, Popeye's got the best chicken around, and Dr. Pepper sucks.
Well, jackpot, that's not nice.
That's why I don't give a damn what it is. It's just the best drink around, bar none, Diet Mountain Dew. Dr. Pepper.
I've seen your ass go to Bojangles. You need to stop that nonsense.
What? I went over there and tried that biscuit. Yes, I did.
Yeah. I haven't seen you go to Popeyes yet, though. Your ass ain't been at Popeyes and done a review. What's up?
I went to Popeyes once on one of my reviews. I did do Popeyes.
Maybe my wife says you prefer God's chicken at Chick-fil-A. There's that.
It's okay. It is okay.
Jerome says Popeyes is way better than Bojangles nowadays. Man, you go to like I went to Bojangles the other day to get some green beans, right? And I pull up to the drive-thru, and I actually thought about you, Jackpot, with your videos that you do. So I pull up to the drive-thru, and the lady tells me, it's bow time, but I have to tell you, we have no fried chicken. We have no chicken strips. We have no Cajun fillets. We have no biscuits. We have no tea, and we have no soft drinks. Would you like to order something else? And I'm like, oh, and then it was like, okay, well,
lock the fucking door.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I just want some green beans, and she's like, well, we're only taking debit cards or exact cash, and I'm like, I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I didn't even stay because it's like they obviously did not want my money at all. So it was like, all right, well, go get green beans somewhere else. I'm just saying, what a shit show that boils down to.
Yeah, there's a lot of fast food restaurants around here where the drive-thru is the only thing open, even though you can open it inside now. And some of them scaled the hours back. At Arby's on the other side of town earlier in the summer, they were closed on Sundays. I mean, it's just like, they said to give our employees time to spend with our family. Put the fucking be truthful, because we don't have any help. We don't have any help, so we can't open on Sunday. That's so sad.
Rum's got a great point. How are you a damn chicken restaurant with no chicken at all? There's a Bojangles like within walking distance of my house, right? And they're only open every day from 9 to 4. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck? I mean, holy shit, man.
They don't have enough help to staff it at nighttime, but to that point, Bojangles probably doesn't do a whole hell of a lot of business after 4 p.m. anyway.
Well, but that's fair. But I mean, Fat Boy loves some Bojangles biscuits at like 7:45 in the morning. I mean, shit, their breakfast is pretty good.
Oh, they don't open until 9. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I would rather than be open from like 7 to 2 than 9 to 4. Right. But yeah, what a sad. I don't know how we can fix all that. I really don't. So
it's just roll MF and Tide. So stop giving the stay-at-home checks out, and people will maybe go back to work. Yeah, I mean they're offering to pay some pretty good wages at these places.
Yeah, some spots, man. Actually, the wife and I were talking about this last night at Chick-fil-A. Like, Chick-fil-A pays like crazy money, but if you go to Chick-fil-A, man, they got people out the damn door. Directing traffic and shit to make sure
I don't see a bunch of now hiring signs up there, or maybe they are, but they always seem to be staffed.
Yeah. Well, Jackpot, we've got we're not that far from some games, man. We're not that far from some games, brother. We're getting closer and closer, my friend.
We are. We're close to week 0. I'm getting excited for that Connecticut Fresno State matchup.
By the way, I said we're doing 5 games. We're actually doing 6 games. Remember, we made that revision there, Jackpot, because the 6th game is going to be the Kale Hall special. And it's generally Bumblefuck You versus Dumb as Fuck You. And one of them's favored by 3 points, and you don't have any clue who they are. But the Kale Hall special every week is actually pretty good. One week it was like UMass versus Connecticut, or some just picture 2 shit teams that they actually put a line on, and that's what Kale gives us. It is certifiably insane, but it does make the contest a little more fun. You need to get in the contest. The link is in this is in the show feed here. I think I've got all my computer stuff hooked out, Jack.
Every one of my videos.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. I'm gonna start doing that too. I honestly think I got.
It's going to be a home run higher in time, or it's going to be a disaster.
Thanks, Josh.
I mean, you can hear. Yeah, you can hear that. So there you go. With that, for folks that don't know, Beggin Megan gave us his thoughts today on Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Yeah, Kirby Smart's an idiot. Beggin Megan said it. I didn't. Came out of his mouth, not mine. Ask him when he calls.
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
Kirby Smart's an idiot. There you go.
Can you please elaborate on what in the world caused him to make such a bold statement?
He just came on the show and was talking about Kirby Smart being an idiot. We bonded. We agreed on some things, like Dan Mullen's an idiot, and then he said, "Well, Kirby Smart's an idiot." There you go. So Kirby Smart's an idiot. I mean, I didn't say it. He said
Kirby
it.
Smart's an idiot.
I mean, you can hear him. That's his voice. I didn't say that.
I'm just looking at some early week one lines. Yeah, you got some interesting games here.
Wesley says, "What do we think about Coastal this year?" I think Coastal is going to be really good. I think they're gonna win the Sun Belt. They might. Do you know who they're gonna beat? They're gonna beat the holy fuck out of Kansas. I think they play Kansas again this year. They're gonna beat the holy fuck out of them.
You know what? I would not be surprised to see happen though on their first game of the season on that Friday night. Would not be surprised at all to see them take the loss to El Cid at home.
Well, you know what you're just happy about? You're just happy that last season South Carolina did not have to play Coastal because they might have broke a foot off in your ass last year.
They might not have either. I'm not scared of them.
Coastal would have beat South Carolina by 10 points last year. Y'all were not that good.
They don't have the roster. They don't play a damn Power 5 schedule. They beat fucking Kansas. So what? I mean, so did damn South Dakota.
They beat BYU too, sir. They beat BYU too, sir.
And they also lost to fucking Liberty. Who was better between BYU and Liberty? Liberty didn't put a damn quarterback in the NFL.
But BYU did. But Liberty, by the way, hold on, sir. Liberty has the power of the whores with their coach, and they also have Jesus on their side. So they've got Jesus and whores, jackpot. That is a tough team to beat.
Those kind of cancel each other out, so they don't have shit. I don't know. I'm not going to announce it yet, but the Kale Hall special for week one might be Syracuse going on the road, catching one or laying one. Syracuse going on the road, laying one at Ohio University.
Are you serious?
What? They're a 1-point favorite on the road at Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm just for that term.
Yeah.
Beavers, maybe Oregon State going on the road, catching 7 at Purdue.
Andre says Louisiana Lafayette will go into Austin and beat Texas, roll Tide off a cliff. Thank you for the super chat, Andre.
What? No, who would you take in this one? Oklahoma going on the road, laying 26 on the road at Tulane. I think they cover that, don't you?
Oklahoma covers it.
Cover 26.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma covers that. Tulane secondary is
Oklahoma covers 46.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma should beat the holy dog shit out of them, but don't take my advice on that shit. Jackpot always I do well in the pick'em contest, but then I look at some games and I'm like, man, I'm glad I didn't bet on that shit. Holy hell.
I don't know.
The pick'em's the best thing for that. You lose $20 for the year, and then that's it. That's why
they're going to Tulane.
Well, that's a good point. Why the hell would you go to Tulane?
They played them
I don't understand that.
Go at home to open the season, so I don't know. I don't know shit about fuck.
Wait, I have that jackpot. I'm so happy that I've got my computer correct. Damn it. Oh, here it is. Come on, play.
I don't know shit about fuck.
There we go. Exactly.
Like a little kid who just found his candy stash.
Anyway, please get in the contest. There's already up to it's about $300 already.
Yeah.
So if you want $300 to give your wife, I tell you what, on this show, we can get your wife to pay attention to you. How? You walk up to her the day after the championship game and you give her $800, $1,000 in cash and tell her, go shopping, honey. Go buy whatever the fuck it is you want for Christmas. Your wife will love the shit out of you for that. How do you do that? You get involved with the Pick'em Challenge. It's $20. Send it to Jackpot. He's not going to spend the money on Apple beer and East Carolina tickets. No, no, no. It's going to sit in his PayPal account, and he is waiting to send it to you if you can win. If you know football or you think you know football, the Pick'em Challenge is the way to go. The Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. So there you go with that. Tulane gets to play in the Superdome. That SEC dog, that's right. I think they are playing that game in the Superdome. Jackpot.
They're playing? No, I don't think so.
Let's see here. Clemson Pop Warner Conference LOL says maybe people will actually watch Clemson's opener since they actually played a ranked team and or Georgia might have some ratings. What do you think, Rob the Slob? I think that, first of all, you could use periods and commas and sentences. That might help when people are trying to read your stuff. And second of all, I don't know who your team is, but you can put them up against Clemson unless you're Alabama or LSU. You're lacking, sir. You're lacking.
This one's
So
on the road at Tulane, 12 o'clock Eastern on that Saturday. That's in the Ullman Stadium in New Orleans. So that's Tulane's home stadium, little small stadium. It's like 30,000 people. So,
hey, fun fact: Tulane has more SEC titles than South Carolina does.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
It's true.
Vanderbilt has more wins than Clemson does against each other.
Just saying. Chris says, "Can I use my account and use it to get my wife in?" Your wife can play. Who cares?
Nebraska plays.
Your wife beats you though. That's going to be bad. What do you got with Nebraska? What?
Nebraska plays at Oklahoma in week 3. As Uncle Lou said in that video he did today, Oklahoma's going to beat the absolute soul out of Nebraska. Ooh, that's going to be ugly.
You remember when we were kids, Nebraska was pretty good. Now it's like, yeah they're a shithole.
Yeah, South Carolina has some memorable battles with them.
Nebraska needs to play Tennessee. We can call that the trying to get back bowl. Both teams used to be good. Now they're not worth a shit.
I think Tennessee might actually
talk about the 90s, and that'd be great.
Yeah, we played Nebraska twice in the 80s and lost to them. They were both real close games. Clemson played them 81 and beat, or 1982 actually, right after the 81 season and beat them. But I mean, that's because y'all were paying players. I mean,
yeah, can you imagine if Tennessee?
We weren't paying players. We were juicing a lot, but we weren't paying.
I mean, do we need to talk about what Joe Morrison was doing in the shower or not?
No.
Or do you just want to let that go? Okay, so let's just smile and go about our merry way, sir. Because you that have made Jackpot's face turn red. Anyway, can you imagine if Tennessee and Nebraska fans were playing each other in a bowl game and Nebraska fans would be yelling at Tennessee, "We had Tom Osborne," and Tennessee's like, "Yeah, this is the bench where Peyton Manning was teabagging student trainers." That's what their conversations would be. Who's going to finish 7-5? Damn it!
SEC Dog says Tulane used to play some home games in the Superdome. I guess they don't anymore. Yeah, the Superdome, that was their home stadium until they built this on-campus stadium a few years ago, like 2014, 15. They opened it up. Josh Pate predicted Clemson to go undefeated and get the Natty. I don't know about that. I just don't know about this. I just don't know about the quarterback situation. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's 1-1.
Whoa, hold on. Your biggest doubt with Clemson is their quarterback. Are you really saying that, or are you just trolling, sir?
No, yes, it is, and the receiver situation too. I mean, okay, Justin Ross is coming back from being hurt. We don't know what he can do right now. Everybody looks like a hero in shorts and shoulder pads. Okay, but these other kids. I mean, you don't have the kid. I mean, these. Who do you have there that can really take the top off of defense? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this Ladson guy and this Nagata, I mean, they've been around for a couple of years. Neither one of them have done anything. I mean, I'm just saying.
Let me help you, Jackpot. The next time that you want to say something and have some validity when it comes to Clemson, why don't you just say the last 3 times Clemson has played against an offense that was worth a shit, they got lit up like a Christmas tree. Maybe Brent Venables is a problem. If you say that, that's more valid than trying to rip the guy that might win the Heisman Trophy. Because no Clemson fan can really, no, I'm serious, no Clemson fan can really argue that. The last 3 times they played an offense that's worth a shit, they got, ran on, thrown on, beat stupid. And, I mean, their defense really hasn't looked good since Christian Wilkins left. And I know people are like, oh, well, they did this and that. No, not really.
I don't think Christian
really,
Wilkins
that Clemson defense has been some Swiss cheese fucking defense since Wilkins and Farrell and all those guys left. If you don't believe me, go and look. And don't give me this stuff. Oh, this game and that game. Boston College lit them up last year.
Exactly.
Notre Dame lit them up last year. Exactly. I mean, there were some games where they got looking silly. That's more valid than trying to look on the ukulele little Jackpot. Yeah, but yeah, so just you have my permission to use that line. Maybe Brent Venables is overpaid. If you want to piss off some Clemson fans, go with that. Maybe Brent Venables is overpaid. What are you paying Brent Venables for? Your defense sucks when it matters.
I just don't think I don't know that he is getting the most out of his players. I don't know if he's getting the most bang for his buck there.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be back at it on Sunday, Jackpot. We'll have more good stuff for you. Chris wants to know, what would I do if they lose 2 games this year? I'd watch them play in the Camping World Bowl. That's what I would do. If they lose 2 games, I'd watch them play in the Camping World Bowl.
Ball State says Denicio Slaughter will be badass this year. See any Kim the Sergeant?
Never heard of her. Ooh, listen, maggot. I don't have to see if you can say that. I don't know. But I've never heard of
on somebody.
That looks like that move hurts, man. If you actually got in the Cobra Clutch, that looks like that would hurt like hell.
Sergeant Slaughter's cool as long as he doesn't dress up, as long as he doesn't do that Iraqi sympathizer gimmick. You remember that? That was awful when he dressed up.
That should be the bet this year for you and I, Jackpot. We'll pick one game. We'll bet on that. The loser gets put in the camel clutch by the other one. There you go. We'll video it. If I put Jackpot in a camel clutch, I might break him.
I'll probably start crying.
Someone says, hold on. Someone says, really, you're going to block me? Exactly what I expected from a douche Clemson fan. Soft. I didn't block you, sir. If someone blocked you if one of the admins blocked you, then that's on them. I haven't blocked anyone. So we got a text message from someone saying that, let's see here. Really? Are you going to block me? Exactly what I expected from a douche Clemson fan. Soft. Sir, you could not piss me off enough where I would block you. So let's just make sure we understand that.
Somebody got put in timeout. Probably because you're over there being an idiot. So
yeah, I didn't put anybody in timeout. So I think I put one person in timeout because they they dropped, and this is about a year ago, someone dropped a racial slur or something.
Yeah.
And I put them in timeout for that. Other than that, I'm not going to put you in timeout. You can sit over there and spew your nonsense all day long.
SEC
And we'll
Dog
go
said
from there.
who backs up DJ? Dabo BYOG's son or one of the Venables brothers? No.
That's a top level comment right there.
It's
SEC Dog.
actually Tyson Puma Tama, the
Yeah,
Connecticut
Fogarty's back there running around now. Did you hear that? He's back there running around in practice.
Oh, okay. The Connecticut Pineapple or Hunter Helms. Neither one of those guys are really good. So hopefully nobody has to back him up.
Yeah, I don't know. If Clemson loses Uiagalelei at quarterback, the Clemson season goes to shit. So there's that.
Well,
Shout out to
so.
Comrade
You got
joining the show.
over there who said they can win if they'll make it to the playoffs with Hunter Helms at quarterback. Serious?
No, I'm not buying that. Sweeney says, "How are the donations coming?" What we got? 15 people in now? Jackpot, something like that.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll be back at it on Sunday. Appreciate you guys watching the show. I will be
James
up
Thompson
tomorrow.
said, "How's Jake Bentley? He's great. He's down at South Alabama knocking the hell out of some golf carts."
Yeah. When doesn't South Alabama play Tennessee this year? Wouldn't that be some shit if South Alabama?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Wouldn't that be some shit if Jake Bentley went into into the land of the Vols and won with South Alabama?
Well, I mean, he'd just be doing what he's been doing. So no, yeah.
Would you, Jackpot? If we got you a Jake Bentley South Alabama jersey, would you wear it?
I would rock it.
Of course you would.
He's 2-1 against the Voltard. 2-1. 2-1.
Wasn't he 0 for 5 against Kentucky though?
Excuse me, he's 3-0. He's 3-0. He's 3-0 against the Voltard. Was he what against Kentucky?
He couldn't beat Kentucky though.
Yeah, we don't have any Kentucky people in here right now.
All right. Well, anyway, appreciate you guys joining the show. We'll see you guys on Sunday.